Today we're reading from Luke chapter 14, verses 25 through 33. On this Sunday, I also just want to point out that the second reading comes from St. Paul's letter to Philemon. St. Paul's letter to Philemon is fascinating because it's so short. It's only about a page in the entire Bible. You might skip right over it and not even realize that it's there. But in this letter, St. Paul is writing to his friend Philemon, who has an escaped slave named Onesimus. The name Onesimus means useless. And St. Paul writes to Philemon that I have found Onesimus useless. I have found useless, but he has become useful to me because he's come to faith in Jesus Christ, because he's now my brother in Christ. And I ask you to receive him back as a brother. St. Paul is teaching us something about the beauty of reconciliation, the beauty of what it means to see in those around us that shared faith in Christ, and then what it means when we share that faith in Christ to really and truly reconcile with one another, and how because we are together in faith, we are useful to one another. We're no longer slaves to sin, useless, but now we are slaves to Christ. And when we become slaves to Christ, when we put aside sin and death and all its darkness and all its ways, we become one with Christ. We become one with one another. We are useful to one another because now we build one another up in the faith. Jesus speaks to us in the gospel of how important it is to leave everything else behind and come and follow him. If we want to be his disciple, we must not worry about this other stuff, the old things that we've left behind, the old patterns, the old ways, the old things, or even the old relationships. Instead, we need to see everything in light of Christ. So St. Paul tells us, look no longer on slavery, look no longer on Onesimus as a slave, but see him now as a brother. Just so, we should look no longer over our shoulder back at the old ways, back at the old things that we have left behind, but see that in Christ we have become useful as instruments for building up the kingdom, for bringing his light and his mercy to the world. God bless you.